Okay, so last night I posted the recipe on my Facebook page for the the oatmeal muffins. I forgot what I was making. So I'm fixing to make them, but I already made them earlier this morning. Because when I went to get my ingredients out last night, I realized I didn't have quick oats. I had old-fashioned oats. So the old-fashioned oats, you need to let them soak a little bit, probably 30 or 45 minutes. Last night I just put my 1 cup of oats and my 1 cup of milk in the refrigerator in a container and let it sit overnight. This morning I got up, dumped it in the bowl, put my other ingredients in it, mixed it all up, put them in the oven. Good. That's what's over here, right here. Yummy muffins. So everybody's already had them, but I'm making another batch of them for later in the week. So in this bowl has been sitting for about probably 30, 40 minutes. 1 cup of old-fashioned oats and a cup of milk. And then I'm going to add half a cup brown sugar and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon of vanilla. 1 egg, and it's got to be beaten. Go ahead and mix it up, beat it up a little bit in your bowl, so that you know that it's all incorporated really well. These little cutting boards from Paper Chef, I love those little things. Alright, they're cutting boards, but I also just use them so I don't get junk all over my counters. Alright, that's my 1 egg beaten. And a cup of flour. I'm using gluten-free Bisquick. We keep it. Sam and Brad have a gluten intolerance. Pretty bad one. So I keep it. And if you're using Bisquick, you don't need to add the baking powder, baking soda, and the salt. It's already in there. Alright, that's a skimpy half cup. But you gotta have a whole cup. So, and you can use, another thing that I really like is Bob's Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1 flour. I really like that too. Don't try this at home, even though that's what I do. That's a half cup, and then I'm gonna put just a tiny bit more because that other one was skimpy. All right. That's a whole cup. Then you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And my first ones I made this morning. I was getting my butter ready for this batch right now, and I went to open my microwave and had my butter to put it in there. And there was my melted butter from earlier this morning. It was no longer melted because it had gotten cold and gotten all. So I had to remelt it. So my first batch doesn't have the butter in them, I forgot. But it doesn't matter, they're still good. Also, you need a half cup of applesauce. We keep these because the boys like to snack on applesauce. So last night I went in there to get my applesauce out, and this was all I had. But it's fine. It's the same amount. Half cup of applesauce. Now, because I'm using the old-fashioned oats and not the quick oats, they absorb more of that milk. So you're going to need a little bit more milk. So between a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup. You're gonna need more. This morning, I know that this is a 1/2 cup. Fill that full, dump that in there. And mix it all up. This is a thick batter. Once you get it mixed up, then you can add your raisins or nuts or chocolate chips or dried cranberries, dried apricots. You can do a combination of all those. Kind of just anything that you want to add to it, whatever your family likes. We like raisins, so these are going to have raisins in them. You could probably do dried apples. I might do that. I haven't thought about that. But it's a pretty thick batter. So then, raisins. And I went ahead and broke up my raisins because I didn't want them to be clumpy. So I did that ahead of time. And you need a 1/2 cup. Look at that. There's like 5 in there. They're going in here too. I wasn't sure I had enough raisins, so I got out the golden raisins just in case. So then you just kind of stir these in. Make sure they're all in there really good. And I went ahead and sprayed my muffin tin with Baker's Joy. I like it. I don't necessarily have to spray this muffin tin. It's a already coated muffin tin. Pampered Chef. I really like Pampered Chef, in case you haven't noticed that. My little Pampered Chef rubber spatula, my mixing bowl. Then you're gonna fill these up, but don't fill them up too full because they will make a big mess. So about 2/3 full. This makes a dozen muffins easily. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish filling all these up, pop them in the oven. They go in the oven, 350 degrees, about 15-18 minutes. Depending on how your oven cooks. If it cooks a little slower, bump it up to 20. But I check them at 15 minutes and see how they are. Make sure that they're not ooey gooey in the middle. You want them to kind of spring back a little bit, and they're delicious. So hope y'all enjoy.